Good morning, one and all. Respected guest speaker for today, Dr. Arun Dodamani, sir, Principal ACPM Dental College, Honorable Member Dental Council, Dean Dr. Usha Ratke, Madam, Vice Dean Dr. S.R. Shenai, sir, UG Cell in charge Dr. Alka Dive, Madam, Anti-Ragging Committee, and dear students. Here on this virtual platform to sensitize our young minds aspects of Pinaki of ragging. Ragging is any conduct by any student or students, whether by word spoken or written act, which has the effect of teasing, cheating, or handling a fresher with rudeness. Looking at the serious consequences arising out of this unpleasant act, which sometimes give up their life, it's a matter of concern to the nation. Accordingly, the apex bodies like Supreme Court of India, Dental Council of India, and Maharashtra have become vigilant, implementing all the stringent measures for this serious offense. Secretary of the Anti-Ragging Committee of BSc, I would like to proudly announce that BSc repeats the history as in zero reporting cases of ragging for the academic session 2021-22. Institution evinces zero tolerance to this heinous and punishable offense. All the measures recommended by the apex bodies, like for the students by the DCI member, displaying messages at the prominent places in the campus as well as in the institution. Prominent places to be contacted by the students during an emergency. Surprise visits to the hostels are taken by the faculty members to interact and counsel the students to prevent any incident of ragging and maintain peace and harmony. So with this brief introduction, now I DCM member Dr. Arun Dodamani, sir, to enlighten students further on the aspects of ragging. Before sir proceed with the lecture, I would like to introduce sir to all of us. Sir is a proud alumnus of KLE University, Belgaum. He is currently the principal of ACPM Dental College, Dhule, and also the Honorable Council of India for the Maharashtra. He is a Senate member of Maharashtra University of Health and an executive committee of Maharashtra State Dental Council. He is a lifetime Senate member of Lalit Narayan Mithila University, Darbhanga. He is also a member of Agra Institute of Medical Sciences. He is a national vice president and the Maharashtra State Indian Association of Public Health Dentistry, also president of IDA Dhule branch. He won numerous awards at Asia Pacific, national and state level for his immense and extensive contribution to public health dentistry. So with this brief introduction, now our guest speaker for today, Dr. Arun Dodamani, sir, to proceed with students.
Before that, I requested to mute their mic. Please.
Sir, please can you grant us access as co-host so that we can share the screen? Sir, please can you grant us access as host so sir can share his screen?
Sir, your host now.
Yes.
All are requested to keep your mics muted.
Respected, I think people need to off the mics. I request everyone to off your mics.
All students, please keep your mics muted.
The host of the meeting can manually participants. The host of the meeting can manually switch off all the mics.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, Principal of VSPM Dental College and Research Center, Nagpur, esteemed members of the faculty, my dear students, I extend a warm welcome to the newly admitted batch of first year BDS students who have come to attend this lecture on anti-ragging today. Thank you, Honorable Management, Dean and Administration of Vaidke Shikshan Mandal Dental College and Research Center, Nagpur, for inviting me as a resource person for this anti-ragging workshop. At the beginning, I would like to thank the VSPM College and Research Nagpur. I thank Dean Usha Radke Madam for inviting me. I would like to thank Dr. Venugopal and entire anti-ragging committee of the institute for inviting me today as the speaker of anti-ragging sensitization orientation program. I thank Dr. Shanai sir also, who was in contact with me for this function. I feel honored to have been given this opportunity to be amongst all you students, sharing the ideas on the curbing of the menace of ragging in dental institutions today. I think they need to off the mic, otherwise it is difficult for me to talk. I am sure all you students are excited to have been admitted to this prestigious institute and more importantly to this prestigious course of dentistry. You have come with high hopes, big dreams and a vision of bright future for yourself when you got admitted in this college. As a member of Dental Council of India, I stand here today on behalf of the Dental Council of India to ensure your time in this college does not get spoiled by the menace of ragging. So what is ragging? We all might have seen ragging in movies. We have heard about ragging in certain news or even from our friends and from our family. However, I am here today to tell you all exactly what is ragging, how bad it is for you, and what do we do about it. Ragging, you all can see, is an act which may result in mental, physical, sexual, or verbal abuse. It can be simply indecent behavior, financial exploitation, or extortion, etc. Ragging can be in any form if it involves, most importantly, the use of force. If it is done forcibly, it can be a form of ragging. Let us deal with each point. So, what is mental abuse? It can be any of the following, that is, teasing publicly, to hurt, humiliation, psychological manipulation, battering with repeated insults, taunts, or any form of discrimination, or the worst is blackmailing. Similarly, what constitutes physical abuse? It may be forcefully making juniors to work such as washing clothes, giving massage, polishing shoes, cleaning floors, or severe forms of physical abuse which results in injuries like hitting, beating, or physically harming. All of this constitutes broadly as physical abuse. Sexual abuse. An important aspect of ragging may also be sexual abuse. As a healthcare student, it is imperative for you to understand this aspect of ragging. It may be due to inappropriate touching or harming, or to engage in sexual activity, or even simply passing lewd, vulgar comments or abuses which are sexual in nature, or can also be blackmailing. This is the most traumatic form of ragging and is the most common cause of suicide in ragging cases. So, ragging most commonly is indecent behavior. That is, seniors may indulge in vulgar words, abusing or even provoking the juniors to get angry and abuse. Since this does not cause physical harm, this aspect is taken little lightly. We come to the most important, that is the financial part. This form of ragging perhaps goes unnoticed. There have been several instances where the seniors have repeatedly asked for financial favors and have no intention of returning the money. When confronted by the juniors, they resort to shouting, abusing, even hitting, basically trying to scare the juniors. Dear students, please understand, this type of financial favors are typical for the wrong things, that is, buying cigarettes, alcohol, partying, etc. Do not throw away your parents' hard-earned money and your peace of mind in this. It is necessary for all of you to understand these different forms of ragging, so you can be prepared to be always alert. What are the sequence of ragging? As you can see, what starts as a harmless interaction with the senior may easily lead to first a mild form of ragging or even progress to further to a severe form of ragging. It is necessary for all of you to understand all the three. This is a common practice where your seniors want to know more about you with genuine curiosity and to be friend with you. They may ask you some questions such as where are you from, how many marks did you get, or even sometimes ask you to help them in case of emergency such as getting medicine or in emergency. They may also ask you about your talent such as singing, dancing, painting, etc. But the most important that you all must underline is in this interaction is not ragging until and unless it is forced. And if you are forced to do anything, then it becomes a ragging. So what exactly constitutes a ragging? Any conduct by a student or a student by words spoken or written or by an act which has the effect of teasing, treating or handling with rudeness a fresher or any other student, indulging in rowdy or undisciplined activities by any student or students which cause or is likely to cause annoyance, hardship, physical or psychological harm, or to raise fear or apprehension, therefore, in any fresher or any other student, asking any student to do any act which has the effect of causing or generating a sense of shame or torment or embarrassment, act constitute as ragging. So, what constitute ragging? There are mild ragging, which brings us to this forms of ragging is mild and severe. Mild ragging means restricted to only verbal abuse such as teasing, asking forcefully for introduction. Severe form of ragging involves physical or sexual abuse, which leads to mental trauma and in some cases has also caused deaths of the victims, sometimes by suicide and sometimes by murders. Dear students, both the forms of ragging are not allowed. There is no justification for any type of ragging in whatsoever case. So which brings us to the next part. We need to understand the psychology behind ragging. Ragging is used as a measuring rod to test the courage of the seniors. It may be used because of some sort of discrimination. It may be used as a measuring rod to test courage of the seniors. Seniors may feel they are bold and courageous because they ragged a junior. It may be due to peer pressure. Some senior doesn't actually want to rag, but under the pressure of batchmates might indulge in it. Or it might simply be the case that during a healthy interaction, the seniors got carried away or in an adrenaline rush decide to rag their juniors. However, usually the most severe form of ragging is always done under the consumption of intoxicants. So, which brings us to one of the most important part of our lecture today. That is use of addictive substance. Addictive substance may come in any form. That is tobacco, cigarettes, marjunga, alcohol, drugs. Dear students, it's never just once and it has a disaster effect on almost all parts of your life. It destroys your family life, it destroys your health, it destroys your studies and your future career. But most importantly, you will never know when under the effect of this substance, you may break the laws. Dear students, in my teaching experience, I have come across so many examples of bright young minds that got destroyed due to these poisons. We must always keep in mind the consequence of ragging. What are the, which brings us ragging punishments at various levels, from the institute, from the university, and from the Indian criminal law. Punishment awarded by the institute or in universities, just you can go through, like cancellation of admission, suspension from attending, withholding or withdrawing scholarship, debarring from test. Okay, as in case that the individual who has ragged has not been identified, if the group or batch is found to be protecting the identity of the student, then the entire batch of group is punished. Hence, if you come across any incident of ragging, it's not only your moral responsibility, but also your legal responsibility to report the same to the authorities. A person who has been found of ragging is expelled from the institute, cannot be admitted to any other institute. Like for 5 years, they are blackmailed and hence waste 5 blacklisted and hence waste 5 valuable years of their careers. If any ex-students are involved in committing the crime of ragging, they stand ineligible to enrollment in the university. However, the actions by the institute or the university, then ragging is not just a violation of the rules of the college or university, but it's a crime. Hence, the Indian Penal Code awards a long list of punishments those who have indulged in ragging. Take a look at the long list of section of the IPC. All these sections are non-bailable offense. One act of ragging invokes most of the above mentioned section. See, these are all the list from 339 to 351. By the time the person gets a bail from one section, he will be trying to get bail in another and another and another, and it goes on. Basically, it is a life sentence. One's act of ragging can destroy the life of the person committing the act, as well as the family members of the person. At the college level, it has been mandated to form an anti-ragging committee and anti-ragging squads. The names and contact numbers, along with the hostel wardens and even the nearest police station, are to be displayed in the college and hostel premises. There should be orientation program, which right now you are attending, which helps you to sensitize the issue of ragging. There should be separate living arrangement for first years and for the rest of the batches in the hostels to avoid incidents of ragging. And lastly, an affidavit has to be filled by the student and parent, undertaking that the student shall neither indulge in or support ragging in any form. This is your anti-ragging helpline. You can call on this number if there is any issue, headed by your madam or Dr. Ashwar madam. This is your anti-ragging squad headed by Dr. Shanai sir, Venugopal Reddy, Vandana, Jayashree madam, and Pranav. And lastly, this is your anti-ragging committee. I hope all of you are aware of the members of this committee. If not, I request the college to have a meeting of you if you are anti-ragging committee along with the hostel students, and make sure all of them have their contact numbers in case of any emergencies. These are the formats of the affidavit to be submitted to the college by the students and their parents. I am sure all of you must have submitted the same. If not, please kindly do so at the earliest. Like I mentioned, the measures have been taken at various levels to curb the menace of ragging. The Dental Council of India takes the menace of ragging very, very seriously. As per the direction of this Supreme Court, DCI amended its previous regulation in prevention of ragging in dental colleges and designed a separate performer. See, can you see the performer? This performer, as you can see, has to be filled by the college authorities and has to be submitted to the Dental Council of India twice in a year, once on 31st and other on April 30th every year. Also, the DCI made it mandatory for all its members to carry out the anti-ragging lectures and spread the awareness. Similarly, Maharashtra State and Maharashtra University also takes the menace of ragging very seriously. As per the direction of the Supreme Court, Maharashtra government also passed an act in 1999 to safeguard the freshers, especially in higher education institutions such as dental college, and strictly prohibit ragging in any form. Measures taken by MUHS. MUHS has made it mandatory for its affiliated college to display such kind of posters in case of any emergency. The helpline given below is open to all medical, dental, or health science students round the clock in the entire state. What are the do's and don'ts for first year students? So what you must do? You must update the warden. Always remember, prevention is better than cure. Today, with technology at your advantage, you can use your mobiles to keep yourself safe. How? By sharing your location with friends, family, or guardians. Whenever you are accompanying your seniors, you should inform parents daily about all your activities. It is better to move around in groups to avoid being targeted. Whenever you contact authorities regarding any issue, that the issue has resolved within a day or no, if you know help is coming forth, you can always contact the helpline shared with you. However, keep in mind that it is always better that you follow the discipline and code of conduct of the institution, be it clothing or way of talking. Every professional college has certain code of conduct, and if we adhere to those, we can always avoid unnecessary conflicts. This is the don'ts. Don't fear that you will be targeted because you reported ragging. Don't have an attitude to let go. Don't succumb to peer pressure. Don't take any substance offered to you or forcibly given to you. Don't just blindly follow. Don't, and most importantly, don't be a mute spectator. In case of ragging, it is the responsibility lie with the students. It's a collective responsibility of all the stakeholders. It is the stakeholders of the family, the media, the college, the seniors, the juniors, and also the government. We all have to play our part in helping prevent ragging. So my dear students, remember all the consequences, punishment, all the precautions we have seen before, and make sure you stay away from the web of ragging, neither as a victim nor as a convict. So let us all take an oath that we shall strive hard, we shall keep our eyes and ears open and join hands to make our campus ragging free. With this, I end my lecture and hope you all will stay away from ragging. I thank you all for the patient listening to this lecture. Thank you, one and all.
So thank you, one and all. Thank you, Arun sir, for your valuable insights on anti-ragging lecture for our students. Now I request our Honorable Dean Madam to felicitate the guest speaker with a certificate of appreciation.
So I request Arun sir to please make me host so that I can share the screen.
Make the most. We should do it.
Deshpande sir.
No, we are going to felicitate you, sir. We are going to felicitate you. Dr. Jayashree, please do the needful. Certificate of appreciation. Dr. Jayashree?
Yes, sir. I'm not host now. As soon as sir make me host, I can share the screen.
Okay. So shall I proceed with the vote of thanks?
Yes, yes. You proceed. She will post.
Yeah. Now I proceed with the vote of thanks. I thank Dr. Arun Dodamani, Council of India, Maharashtra, for sharing his values and aspects of ragging for our students in spite of his busy schedule. I thank our Dean, Dr. Usha Ratke Madam, for her guidance. I thank our Vice Dean, Dr. S.R. Shenoy sir, for his unconditional support. I thank all the members of UG Cell and for making their presence. My special thanks and appreciations to Dr. Jayashree technical support. Last but not the least, I would like to thank our IT department for providing uninterrupted internet connectivity for this program. So by this, we come to an end of this meeting. Once again, thank you one and all.
Host one.
Jayashree, can we leave? Or
I think Jayashree is unable to post the certificate. Jayashree?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am, because I'm not
You are
host
unable?
now. Dodamani sir is host now. So as soon as sir make me host, I can
Yeah,
share.
one second. We go down.
Okay, Dr. Arun will send certificate.
Yeah,
Please
1
accept.
minute.
Oh.
Yes, yes.
to share.
Ma'am, can you please tell us who's to be made the host?
Dr. Jayashree.
Sir, here it shows that host disabled participant screen sharing.
ನಮ್ದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡು. ನಮ್ದು
Still, I am not host, sir.
ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಬ್ರು.
Yes, ma'am. Is it done now?
Yeah, yes, sir. Now I think my screen is shared.
Please accept the certificate, Dr. Arun.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
And thank us a lot. Thanks a lot for coming and gracing the occasion
Thank you,
and
madam.
guiding
Thank
our
you very
students. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Arun sir, once again.
Thank you. Thank you, brother. Hello.